Tonight, a special show featuring prizes that are 30 years old. On our panel is America's most beloved humorist, born 30 years ago tonight, Sam Levinson. Stand by for The Price is Right. Bill Cullen.
Hey, John. Hi. Thank you all very much, and welcome to The Price is Right. Johnny made a little mistake in the opening there by saying that Sam Levinson was born 30 years today. He celebrated his 30th birthday 30 years ago today. Welcome,
That's right.
Sam. It is a pleasure to have you here as our
Thank you,
guest.
Bill. It's nice to be here with you.
I can always say when I'm with Sam that here is truly one of my favorite men and performers, so I say it again. What's cooking at the Levinson household?
Oh, we just bought a new home, and we're very happy, and I thank God for everything, and I wish the whole world prosperity and peace.
Isn't that nice? Thank you, Sam. Hey, it is, you know, the fact that you did move and you bought a new home, you know, everybody in the business knows about, because how long did you live at the last one?
About 13 years.
13 years.
One.
Finally moved out of the old neighborhood, huh? Now, Sam is going to be competing for prizes along with the rest of our panel. And as Johnny said, tonight our prizes are very special, and I think you'll enjoy seeing them. We're going to take you back 30 years, and our panel will be bidding for prizes for 1934 items at their 1934 prices. Of course, I wasn't even born then, but I do have the information in the envelope. And instead of winning these 1934 items, you will be given instead luxurious modern prizes. So let's say a quick hello right now to the rest of our panel. Mrs. Lillian Rubin, a housewife from the Queens, who's our current champion. She's been here, this is her third week, and so far she's won a total of $18,039 worth of merchandise. Welcome back, Lillian. Next, we have Mr. Joseph Stunger, a salesman from Great Meadows, New Jersey. Welcome to you, Joe. And Mrs. Carol Venters, a teacher from Durham, North Carolina. And finally, the gentleman we introduced a little earlier, Mr. Levinson. Sam, here's Tony with a container.
What's this? Wait, I'll put on my other
Your
glasses.
close-up glass. These are the names of everyone in our studio audience. You pick 4 of them, Sam, one at a time.
At
Mix them up
random?
good. Huh?
At random?
At random, yes. That's a good show.
Who said from the middle?
Sam is going to take those cards out. At random. He's not going to read the names. Shake it up, Sam. He's not going to read the names yet. And those are the 4 people that Sam is going to be playing. No, the bull, not Tony. Sam is going to be playing for those 4 people tonight in the order in which the cards were chosen. All right, you got 4. Anytime Sam wins a prize, it goes to the person whose card he selected for that prize. Now, don't read them to us yet, Sam. Now, here's the way the game works for the rest of us. You bid for the merchandise we present. The person who makes the highest bid without going over the actual retail price wins the item. The big winner at the end of tonight's program comes back again next week, unless, of course, the big winner is Sam or one of the people he's playing for. The winner will be selected from the first 3 here. And that'll be the second highest score then. All right, Sam, we are all ready. We are sitting here with bated breath. What's the name on the first card? Yes, fanfare.
Rose Bianco.
Rose Bianco. Where is Rose? Someone said, oh, my goodness, up there. There they are. Hi, Rose. It is Rose for whom Sam is going to be playing tonight. All righty. Rose was in a spot in which it was impossible for us to get a picture of her, but we might get a look at her later, especially if she wins. If everybody's ready, now Sam's playing for Rose Bianco. Watch the draperies over there to your left, and Johnny, tell us about our first 1934 item going up for bid.
A 1934 coat. This is an exact duplicate of a coat advertised by a leading New York fashion store in the New York Times of October 7th, 1934. It's made of black wool in a shaped coachman design, mid-calf and length, and is accented by a large coachman's collar of silver fox plus a matching silver fox muff. You're bidding for this coat at its advertised price in 1934, but you will win instead a 1964 fur coat. A beautiful rose beige dyed beaver coat by Schiaparelli Furs, New York, elegantly enhanced by a hood of Emba tourmaline mink carried down the front in an elegant mink tuxedo. Okay, the Schiaparelli mink trimmed beaver coat will be yours if you make the best bid on the 1934 Silver Fox trimmed cloth coat. Bill?
It looks like I'm surrounded by my past and present. This coat is you, Gail, I'll say. I thought I told you to wait in the Pierce Arrow. Miss Rubin, now you are bidding for the coat that you're seeing here that Gail is wearing. If you are the winner, whoever the winner is, will get the coat that Junie's wearing here. Minimums are 10. 34 things weren't so good. That's one tip. Start anywhere you want, Miss Rubin.
Gee, Bill, I'm not old enough to know those prices, but I'll try.
Nor I. Anyway,
$20.
$20 to Mr. Stunger, who's also too young.
30.
30 to Miss Venters, who's also too young.
40.
And now here's a man in his element. $40 to him. 1934.
You keep
40
out of this. Somebody said what we need in the world today is the spirit of 76 and the prices of 36.
That's it.
So I would say $45.
You got to go at least 50, Sam.
At least 50? All
Right,
then 50.
50. Here we have 20, 30, 40, 50. Back to you, Miss Rubin, if you want to make another bid. I am not saying you should or shouldn't. 5 seconds.
$60.
Mr. Stunger is 30, top is 60. Do you want to go higher, sir?
75.
All right, Miss Venters is 40, top 75.
85.
Sam, you are 50, 85 is high. Sam's playing for Rose Bianco in our audience here.
110.
Okay, 60 low, 110 high, Miss Rubin.
120.
1934 prices, Mr. Stunger.
High praise.
All right. Miss Venters is 85, top is 120. It's not yet final bid, Miss Venters.
Freeze.
2 out. Sam, you're 110, top is now 120. Rose Bianco is watching you.
Can I?
Huh?
They're free. I'm scared of them.
I know.
Can I go to 125?
You would have to go 130.
I'll go 130.
130. Now, Miss Rubin, we're back to you. Both you and Sam have one more bid. You are 120, top 130, final for you.
I freeze.
That ends it. It's all over. Here are the bids. 120, the low of 75, 85, and Sam, playing for Mrs. Rose Bianco in our audience, is high at 130. Now, they were bidding on this coat, a 1934 model. The winner will receive this lovely 1960 whatever it is model. 4. Here's the actual retail price. $165. Sam, you did it. And the coat goes to Mrs. Bianco. Would you pass that down to Sam, please, ma'am? Congratulations, Mrs. Bianco. But bonus, don't go away yet. Hang on there, Miss Bianco. Now, Miss Bianco. Hey, Sam.
What happened?
Wait till I tell Miss Bianco what her bonus is.
What is it?
Mrs. Bianco.
I mean, she gets me.
We were going to offer that, but the last time you were here, it was refused. You remember? Miss Bianco, you can model your new fur coat on your 1964 vacation in Paris. You and your husband will enjoy a round-trip jet flight from New York economy class aboard a Boeing Intercontinental jet at Sabena, Belgian World Airlines, taking just 7 hours and 20 minutes to Brussels, then by way of Continental Caravel on to Paris for a 2-week vacation in double
You mean she
room.
goes without me?
Yes, she's taking her husband. Or she can make a choice in double-room hotel accommodations. Congratulations to you, Mrs. Bianco. What's the name of that second, what's the name on that second card you picked there, sir?
I've taken these just as they came to me. This looks like Miss or Mrs. Elizabeth Sotomayor, Spanish.
Sotomayor.
Ven acá,
Hey,
ven acá.
Elizabeth, come on down and get ready.
Baja, baja, señora, baja.
Watch those draperies over there to your left again. And, Johnny, how about this old-timer going up for bids?
A 1934 refrigerator. This is the 1934 model by Westinghouse with a capacity of 9 cubic feet, a handy tray in the door that folded up when not in use, and a froster for freezing ice cubes. By 1934, the coils had disappeared from the top of the refrigerator. Now, you're bidding for this 1934 Westinghouse refrigerator, but whoever makes the best bid will win instead a 1964 kitchen. A complete Westinghouse kitchen, including 10 handsome wood cabinets and distinctive heirloom maple finish, beautifully complemented by pink appliances, They include the Westinghouse Laundry Twins of automatic washer and dryer, set one atop the other, both with giant capacity and door safety switch. Next, the Imperial flameless electric built-in oven, featuring a built-in rotisserie, single-dial oven control, and smokeless aluminum broiler pan. Next to it, a flameless electric range platform in brushed chrome with 4 surface units, each with self-contained controls. The sink is set into a micarta countertop with a built-in dishwasher below that needs no pre-rinsing of dishes. Finally, the fabulous Westinghouse completely frost-free refrigerator freezer with center drawer, meat keeper, and vegetable crisper. This beautiful Westinghouse kitchen will be yours if yours is the best bid for the 1934 refrigerator. Price authority, Westinghouse Electric Corporation, Columbus, Ohio. Bill?
Sam Levinson was a little disappointed in the description there of the clothes washer.
Yeah, I didn't see no fist come out of there.
No. We're going to start with Mr. Stunger. Minimums are 25. Now remember, Mr. Stunger, the kitchen will come to the winner, but you're bidding on that old baby over there. No, not her, the refrigerator.
25.
Miss Vendors, 25 to you. We have $25 minimum.
Are there minimum bids on this one?
Yes, 25.
Oh.
Miss Vendors' turn.
50.
Okay, Sam, 50 to you. Minimums are 25.
I guess it's got to be 75.
All right. Miss Rubin?
100.
25, 50, 75, and 100, Mr. Stunger.
150.
150 to Miss Vendors. You're 50. 1934 prices.
And what was the last bid?
150. 5 seconds.
I freeze.
All right. Sam?
What did you freeze on?
50. You're 75. Top is 150, Sam. There's 100 in there ahead of you, too.
The top is now 100.
150.
Then I can't stop at 100.
No, you'd have to go at least to 175
Well,
if you went on.
how much have I got here now?
75.
I'm going to stay there.
All right. If you win, we'll get your diploma. And Miss Rubin, you're 100. Top is 150.
I freeze, though.
That ends the game. It's all over, Mr. Stunger. You're high. All right. Now remember, we're talking 1934 prices. Here are the bids. $100, $150, $50, and Sam is at 75, playing for Mrs. Elizabeth Sotomayor of our studio audience. Hope I said that right. And here's the actual retail price as of 1934, $319. Mr. Stunger, that whole kitchen is yours. There you are. You have it. You are more than welcome. I'd like, all for you, sir. Now, you at home get set, because here comes the current Price is Right sweepstakes. All it takes is your estimate of the total price of the items. You may send in all the cards you like, and if you're the winner, not only do you win the prizes, but we bring you to New York, and you appear as a contestant on our Price is Right panel. So if you're ready, take a good look, please, and listen carefully.
What's your bid for a mink coat? An exquisite design by Schiaparelli Furs, New York, created a breath of spring azurine mink with an elegant circular body, 3/4 length swirl sleeves, and a face-framing collar. This beautiful Schiaparelli mink coat will be yours if you win the New Year sweepstakes.
To win the New Year's sweepstakes, become a contestant right here on the program. Send us your estimate of the total price of the items of the penny, and send as many cards as you like. Johnny, may we have the details on the sweepstakes, please?
Print your name and resident address on a postcard only with your price for the mink coat. Address your card in New Year's sweepstakes. The Price is Right, Post Office Box 353, New York, 46, New York. 5 lucky persons will have their cards picked at random. The first card with the exact price will be the winner. If none of the 5 cards has the exact price, the winner will be the first card drawn which has the highest estimate without going over the actual retail price. Anyone connected with the Price is Right or ABC, and anyone who has appeared on the program is ineligible. Mail handling for the sweepstakes is under the supervision of an independent organization. Decision of the judges is final, Bill.
Estimate mink coat at its FOB price, city manufacturer, exclusive of all retail prices. Okay, Sam, what's the name on that third card you picked?
Can I go back to the first card for a second?
That was a good one for you.
Mrs. Bianco and I had a conference. Her husband and I are going to Paris. She's staying home. Can't all afford to go. This card number 3 coming up is a lady from Mount Vernon, Regina Schwartz.
Oh, boy, Regina Schwartz. And Regina's right there. Okay, Regina, right now. Now, I'm called upon to do some explaining right now, so everybody listen very carefully. I'm going to tell you about the next item going up for bids. Listen very carefully. You are going to be bidding for 5 shares of common stock in the General Motors Corporation. You will be bidding for them as of 30 years ago in 1934. That's the closing price on the New York Stock Exchange, January 10th, 1934. Now, the one of you who makes the best bid and wins will win instead the equivalent amount in dollars of what those 5 shares would be worth today if you had had them in 34 and just let them in a drawer somewhere. But you're bidding as of 30 years ago. 5 shares, common stock, General Motors, closing price, January 10th, 1934, $10 minimums. Miss Venters, go ahead. Good luck.
$20.
All right, Sam. See, he really does remember 1934.
What was that first bid?
$20, Sam.
Oh, $50.
Sam playing for Regina Schwartz. 50 to Mrs. Rubin.
$70.
70 to Mr. Stunger. 5 shares, 1934 price, GM.
100.
100. Back to Miss Venters.
110.
Sam, you're 50. 110.
150.
All right. 70, 100, 110, and 150, Miss Rubin.
For the complete 5 shares.
5 shares, yes. Someone just shouted much higher, but you make up your own mind. 5 seconds.
I freeze.
All right. Mr. Stunger, we have a $70 freeze. Mr. Stunger is 100, top is 150, sir. Minimums are
160.
160, that's the minimum. Miss Venters, you're 110, top 160.
170.
Sam, you're 150, top 170.
200.
2 it is. Mr. Stunger, you are 160, the top has gone to 200. It's not yet final bid.
210.
Miss Venters is 170, 210. Final bid now, Miss Venters. 210 is top. Last for you.
I'll freeze.
Sam, you're 200. High is 210. Last for you.
225.
Mr. Stunger is 210. Top is 225. Final bid of the game.
235.
You go the limit, and that's it. 235. Here are the bids. Miss Rubin's low at 70. Then we have 235, 170, 225. Now remember, this was for 5 shares of General Motors as of this date, 1934. And here's what they would have cost 30 years ago. $180. Miss Venters, they are yours. You can pass that over. Now, let's assume, Miss Venters, that some relative of yours, 1934, had those 5 shares of stock, and they put them away and gave them to you, and they've been in that drawer ever since. Now, here's what's going to happen. Now, they're worth today. Here's the way it worked. On September, the 27th of September, 1950, there was a 2-for-1 split. So the 5 shares then became 10 shares. On November 7th, 1955, there was a 3-for-1 split. So the 10 shares tripled to 30 shares. So if you had placed those original shares in a drawer 30 years ago and sold those shares today, you would receive $2,366.25 in cash. Congratulations, Kate. All right, Sam, what's the name on that final card there? The person you'll be playing for this final item.
Miss or Mrs. Jean, Jean, Jean Ritter.
Jean Ritter. All right, Jean Ritter. And now, I don't know what your inclinations are or what our panel's inclinations are, what they like or dislike, but this one I personally love. Watch over there to your left, and let's see our final item going up for bids, Johnny.
A 1934 Pontiac. This is a sleek-looking 4-door sedan, elegantly designed by Pontiac in 1934. It's a 5-passenger model operated by an 8-cylinder engine with Synchromesh standard transmission and the good old floor 6 shift. It has a luxurious interior with mohair upholstery and is complete with 2 spare tires. It was the last model to have a soft top and one of the first models to have a trunk. You're bidding for this 1934 Pontiac, but the best bid wins instead a 1964 Grand Prix. Yes, the fabulous Pontiac Grand Prix. A beautiful luxury design powered by a 303 horsepower V8 engine and enhanced by sports cars interior styling, including handsome bucket seats, padded dash, and deep loop carpeting. And it's equipped with the following optionals: automatic transmission with gear shift mounted on the dividing console, push-button radio, power steering, power brakes, seat belts, backup lamps, and white wall tires. This extraordinary 1964 Pontiac Grand Prix will be yours if your price is right on the 1934 Pontiac. Price Authority, Pontiac Motor Division, General Motors Corporation, Pontiac, Michigan. Bill?
There you are, thanks to Tony Wallace and Chic Holland. Sam, start anywhere you want. 1934, minimum bids $50. You may start lower. You may start.
How did you ever dig up George Raft for this thing? Any price at all?
Any place you want to start, Sam.
Well, let's start with $100.
$100, Miss Rubin, to you. Minimums are $50.
$200.
$200 to Mr. Stunger.
$300.
$300 to Miss Venters.
$350.
Back to Sam, you're one, top $350.
$450.
And Sam's playing for Gene Ritter. Miss Rubin, you're two, top $450.
$600.
6 to Mr. Stunger, who's a 3.
$750.
$750 to Miss Venters, who's a 350.
Alfred.
One out. Sam, you're 450, top $750.
I'll go for $900.
You were 6, top is $900, Miss Rubin. Sam playing for Gene Ritter in our audience. 5.
$1,000.
Okay, Mr. Stunger, $750. $1,000 is high. Final bid if you want it.
What's the minimum, Bill?
$50. 5 seconds. Time, sir. Time.
I'm afraid.
Sam, you're 9, top 1,000. Final bid if you want it. 5 seconds, Sam.
Let it go.
Freeze. All right. You're high, that ends. It's done. Here are the bids. $1,000, $750, $350. Sam Levinson playing for Gene Ritter, $900. Those are the bids. There's the 1934 Pontiac. The winner will receive that 64 Beauty behind. Here's the retail price. In 1934, that car cost $805. Mr. Stunger, that was the best bid you ever made in your life. Time now for the final accounting, Johnny. What are the scores over there?
Well, let's see, Bill. Mrs. Rubin didn't win anything tonight, but she's done very well in the past. Mr. Stunger has won the kitchen and the car for a total of $6,602. Mrs. Venters has won a total of $2,366. Sam Levinson has won for his studio guest the fur coat and the trip to Paris. And the rest of them that he played for will also receive a collection of fine West Bend automatic appliances for a total of 5 handsome and efficient designs with the West Bend Company. Congratulations to them. Bill, who's the big winner?
Well, with $6,602, we have a new champion, Mr. Joseph Stunger of Great Meadows, New Jersey. Congratulations, Joe. And Miss Rubin, in your 3 weeks with us, you did very well for yourself to the tune of $18,039.
I'm sorry to go.
We're sorry to see you go, and thank you for coming back. You enjoy yourself?
Oh, wonderful.
Why,
It was
Miss,
marvelous.
thank you, Miss Venters. I sincerely hope you enjoy what you won.
Thank you very much.
And Sam, what can I say except you did your usual grand job, 39-31. That's pretty good. And I know the folks you won for will be happy. You do us a favor and come back and see us again, will you, Sam?
Thank you very much. I'll be glad.
And Mr. Stunger, you as the big winner are invited back at this same time next week. You think
Thank you,
can
Bill.
spare the time?
I sure can.
Drive back in your 1964 automobile? I would love to have that 1934 one. That reminds me of my youth. Be sure to be with us next week when our guest panelist will be my better half, which also reminds me of my youth, my beautiful wife, Ann. You know, she's supposed to be on with us a week or so ago, and she got ill and couldn't make it, and now she's hale and hearty, and she'll be back again. We'll give you another look at the New Year's sweepstakes. See you there. Thank you, and goodbye.
The Price is Right is a Mark Goodson, Bill Codman production. This is Johnny Gilbert wishing you a very pleasant weekend.